and welcome to the 46th episode of Unqualified Game Chat. I am one of your hosts, Spencer Legacy, and I'm here with my co-host, my brother, my friend, maybe more, Azario. Oh, he got the little Azario got he got the COVID. Oh,
you know, I was being an Azario.
Oh,
and Daddy got the COVID. Daddy came home with COVID.
Dad brought home COVID. We all had to quarantine.
Daddy fucked up again.
I was sitting on my couch playing Final Fantasy 14, and then it was 8:40, and I said, "Oh shit, Azario didn't message me." I said, "Azario, are you feeling okay to do one today?" Azario said, "Nope." I said, "Oh shit." Okay.
I just woke up.
And I'm probably gonna go back to bed. Blah. And I was like, "Oh, feel better, my friend, because he got the bug. He got the bug."
You know, I hate that it feels like I lost a game. You know, like I got
spotted in a stealth game.
Yeah. And that's usually when I restart from checkpoint. We can't do that in real life.
Can't do that in real life. You gotta just do the aggro route.
I got COVID. It was okay. I was very sleepy. I had one of the worst sore throats of my life, and that's about it. It was like coming out of my throat and into the top of my mouth. Like I could feel it. I could feel the sore throat.
That sounds nasty. That doesn't sound nice.
And nothing I did could fix it. Got the little chewable stuff. I got the little spray. Just go to bed.
That sounds like it wasn't fun at all.
Yeah, just go to bed. And you know what? I wasn't online crying about it. Oh, COVID. Oh, everybody.
Sure, there wasn't a 12 tweet thread.
Oh my God.
You got COVID.
And everyone get the vaccine. Guys, I don't give a shit.
Weren't getting it.
I don't give a shit whether you get the vaccine or not, guys.
Just people who aren't getting it, are gonna get it now. It's we've been in this for how many? They're 2 damn years. If people are like, I'm not getting it, they're not going to be convinced by Twitter thread.
Yeah, nothing.
It would be nice if they would, but
nothing I say will convince you. I had both vaccines and I had the booster, so I did all that and I still got it. So, do what you got to do. If you don't want it, don't get it.
It's a matter of time. I know it.
Oh yeah,
I know it's a matter of time, and I have the booster too. But I feel it. Everyone around me is getting it.
You're like
no one like in my house, but like friends and like relatives that are like somewhat distant. It's like, damn, and Twitter's full of people getting it. It's a matter of time.
It was about 3 to 4 days of like uncomfortableness. I think the worst part in my head was that I couldn't run in that time, and it was like the new year, and this was like going to be my 6-pack summer. Yeah. So I had to like delay 6-pack summer training for it at least.
Because our gym's shut down for COVID. So my get fit resolution is a lot harder now.
But I did go running today.
Ooh, and you felt good after?
I felt real good. A little sore just because I hadn't ran in a good week. Mm-hmm. But it felt good, and it's been pretty out here in California.
Oh,
lately.
That's nice.
I was able to play some games, a few for Game of the Year consideration. But that'll come up next week. We just finished voting. We have on the website, we have a reader's choice right there. So we have a survey going out for that.
What most people don't know is that the voting at Noisy Pixel is like Australian Parliament, where they all get in a room and throw socks at each other. It's very professional.
I feel like it's so. The nerd, let me tell you, the nerds that write for Noisy Pixel, guys, let me just fucking tell you, they don't know how to pick. They don't know good games. So if you want to know good games, you come to me.
Yeah, Azario asked my top 5 games before this episode, and it was like that scene in Spider-Man when he goes up and he's like, crap, mega crap. So I was like, this boring, this boring. And I was like, oh, I'm so judged.
And with that said, probably lead us into our topic of the day.
It's true.
which is going to be Spencer and I are going to share our top 5 video games of the year, and we'll reach out to you to see if maybe you can share yours in the comments below. I want
to make a little note.
Sidebar.
Haven't played Shin Megami Tensei 5 enough to put it on my list yet. I have it, but Final Fantasy 14 has been distracting me. Haven't played The World Ends With You Neo. So if you go, Spencer's a little bit of an RPG head, why aren't those on his list? I haven't dang played them.
He didn't get COVID, so he couldn't play them.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have 3 or 4 days to laze around. No, I had a winter break. I can't say that. If
he got COVID, he would have played all those games, beaten them twice,
platinumed them. I would have platinumed the Switch games, even though that's not even a thing. Would have been amazing.
But first, so just so you know, this podcast is hopefully recorded every week and posted to podcast services and iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. For some house cleaning, the Noisy Pixel podcast, I believe, is being retired.
Oh.
And in its place will be a new podcast that we'll have called the Stray Pixels podcast.
Ooh.
And that will be hosted by other staff writers, not myself. So if they say anything incriminating, well, that's their opinions. That's their opinions, not mine.
There's a paper trail that you can say no.
So, yep. If they're virtue signaling, you fucking tell me, because I'll get on them.
Oh God, we're already getting into a Twitter fight. January 12th, Azario. Have some restraint.
One episode in, and everyone's self-righteous for 2022.
Not us.
Not us. Not here.
We're
not a Noisy Pixel, damn it. But with that said, let's get into our top 5.
Yeah. Do we want to do like your number 5, my number 5, your number 4, my number? Okay, yeah.
Let's rally. Let's rally. Let's bounce back. Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Okay. Now, a lot of these I've talked about, like I was playing them. So, listeners, longtime listeners, this is little Easter eggs. You'll go, oh, he did say that. Kind of like a cool Marvel movie or something like that.
Like a little callback, a
little callback. You'll go, oh, I remember when he played that. I remember that was episode 29.
Loved it. Best episode.
So my number 5 is No More Heroes 3, which Azario hasn't played.
No, I have not.
But it's everything I wanted from No More Heroes 3. It's weird and it's funny and it's janky. It's gory and it's you can unclog toilets to clear up pieces of the map. And then you can do chores so that you can kill weird aliens. It's more No More Heroes, and that's what I wanted, and I got it. So that's my number 5.
It's so interesting about No More Heroes 3. It seemed like it had that same like build up to its release, similar to like a AAA game.
Yeah, it got a lot of I think like Nintendo support.
Yeah, and then it came out.
I saw some stuff for a couple weeks, but that was it.
Yeah, no one talked about it. I think that's the benefit of post-launch like DLC.
Yeah.
Where that it keeps it in the news cycle and keeps people talking.
Yeah, it's true.
So maybe if he released some like costumes or a boss rush, I don't know what the fuck is in that game, but some type of update or some type of something to return to the game. I think more people will be talking about it. But what Tencent bought them out, and that's been it. Like that's that's like the biggest thing that happened.
Tencent's bought a lot this past year.
Yeah, they have endless money.
That's true.
They just have
much like Noisy Pixel.
Deep pockets here.
Deep pockets.
Deep.
Look at that. Look at the behind him. Look at that. Those pockets.
You think I paid for that?
You see that little tomba?
You did. You did. No, you didn't. I definitely feel that every day when I look at my bank account. Okay, so I'll go with my number 5.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Fuga Melodies of Steel.
Ooh, and I remember you talking about that. What did you like about it?
Developed by CyberConnect 2. It's based in the Tell's Concerto universe, and you know, it was just emotional. I thought that I'm not a furry. All right,
That's always a good start.
Let me just say that. But these little furry creatures and the characters in this, I was so attached to them. And there's some things I don't like about the marketing where you can buy spirit cannons, which is the way that you would kill one of the characters. But I don't like that part of it. But just because I like the permanent feeling of holy shit, if I don't sacrifice one of these characters, this boss is going to kill me, and I'm gonna lose about an hour and a half, of my time, 2 hours of my time. It's just stuff like that, it is very engaging, and I often think about it. And I think I choose my games for their lasting impact. Whether I think about them after I play them. I feel like I'm constantly thinking about Fuga, and I hope people play it. It's $60 though, which it's kind of expensive. It's definitely a $40 game if we're being honest. And then
it's on sale, or if you have Nintendo credit, then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. $60 is I don't know. If you like, you want to, if you're looking to play like the biggest game that came out this month or Fuga, you'll choose the big game probably. But with that said, that's my number 5, and I think about it often.
Nice. Yeah, Azario's mentioned Fuga like 342 times in the last 2 months.
It has costume. It has a bathing suit DLC.
Yeah, yeah. So he's a bit of a Fuga head, if you will.
Your number 4.
My number 4. My number 4 is an opportunity for promotion.
Oh shit.
I'm kidding. No, it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
You had to grease the Square Enix palms, huh?
Sponsor. I didn't review it. I wasn't even the reviewer.
Spencer.
I wasn't even the Monster Vine reviewer for it.
Spencer's always trying to get a sponsor. Look at him go.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not even the one who reviewed it on the website. I got it myself. I made my funny little video review. That's all.
It's a good game.
It is. It's a really fun game.
It's a fucking great game. It's stupid fun, and I fucking hated it. I fucking hated it when they announced it, and I hate that I fucking had fun playing it.
And the to me, like, the characters really sell it. Like they take inspiration from movies and comics, so it's this kind of like original blend, and they all talk all the time, but it's not annoying or repetitive. It's like, it's like building character. It's a fun way to make this team feel like a team. And the way that like you ask your team members to do stuff for puzzles, and then later in the game they do it themselves because you've grown closer and that you don't need to tell them to do. That's great. There's so much stuff like that, small stuff that just like builds together to make a very fun game, and also has a really good soundtrack. And
kind of makes me wish Avengers was like that.
It does. It makes me wish the Avengers was single player or multiplayer linear single game, because I was nervous when they announced it because it was pretty close to its release date, but it turned out really well, I think. So I've had a grand old time with it, and I really enjoyed it.
It's such a good length too.
It is. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Does not overstay its welcome. Very fun game. Very fun time.
What's your number 4, Mr.?
My number 4, Mr. Legacy and listeners, is Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch.
They say you're not a furry, but that's 2.
That's 2 furry. 1, 2. Yeah, maybe 2021 was the year that I turned furry.
Wow, pandemic does stuff to everyone.
Yeah, it really fucks with you, and I guess I'm just that's just me now. Deal with it.
You are like the Tomba behind you. You're a wild animal-esque boy.
Yes. This game developed by a Chinese studio. And it's a Metroidvania. I would say platformer esque. I attribute Metroidvanias to platformers, right?
I call them exploratory platformers.
I could see. Yeah. That's
yeah.
And so just so fun, man. Just so fun. You just sink hours into this game, and it's challenging in some aspects, and then the rollout of like upgrades, it was just chef's kiss. Great game. Beautiful. Had some fucking sexy animal girls. You know what? That's what it got me right there. And sexy animal boys too, if that's what you're looking for.
I feel like we said this when you talked about it when it came out, but when a good Metroidvania hits, ooh,
yeah,
a good feeling.
Oh, especially when it doesn't feel like a Metroidvania. Especially when it doesn't. It's not shoving it in your fucking face at every encounter. Yeah, it has these branching paths, but you're always moving forward, and you're never like, oh, I got a little heel. You know, it's. I never liked that part of. If I wanted to play Metroidvania, I'd play Metroidvania. You know, in this game, just enough action, just enough Metroidvania marries the both for a fucking awesome time. Awesome time. Great game. If you can play this game, just fucking play it. Just fucking play it right now. It's like, it's really cheap too. I think it's like $20 or $30. And
that's good.
Oh, great game. Love it.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, speaking of Metroidvania, my number 3 put that title into fruition. Half of it. My number 3 is Metroid Dread. I love 2D Metroid. I like 3D Metroid a lot too, but it's been a long time since we had an original 2D Metroid. So I was just, oh heavens, I was so excited, and it met my expectations nicely. I played it. I beat it in like 2 days because I was just having so much fun that I couldn't stop myself. I was like, I want to find out what's up here. Oh, I got this suit. I can go down here. Oh, I got the missiles. I can go up. Like that feeling of that not stressful kind of retaining information where you go, oh, I remember I could use this back there. And then like your brain like unlocks a little bit. It's like, and you're like, oh, I remember what I can use that for. Such a satisfying feeling. And Metroid Dread had it in spades. Plus, just looked pretty nice. It had really nice music. And I hope we get some more Metroids like this because damn, it reminded us why it's in the title of the genre. And I hope Castlevania goes back to this too, because I'd love to see the two titans going at it again. Kissing. You know, just hanging out and bros kissing. Just, you know, like maybe they hold hands. I don't know. Maybe it gets a little crazy. It's the new year, new me.
You're right. That's a great game, and I do think about that game, but it did not make my top 5 list. I just thought it was a fun weekend, great weekend game. Yeah, and you know, give me more Zero Suit Samus, and maybe you will make my top 5.
Azario was dying on purpose just to get a peek.
Oh, just a little snippet. It's like
and Azario.
I recorded it and then loop. You're
like, nice.
That was your number 3.
That was my number 3. What's your number 3?
Woo! My number 3 is an oldie returned as a newie, which is a goodie. Near Replicant version 1.22474487139.
Wow, yeah. you practiced that.
No, I just know how to read, man.
I'm glad you asked me to read that review for your video, because I would have felt the need to do that every time. For some reason, Jacob did it every time, and it got kind of excessive. But I like this game for multiple reasons. I think to me it holds a lot of nostalgia. Just playing it on PS3, the Nier that we got in the West, Old Man Nier. I played it with a few friends, and I really liked that experience. And then getting to play this, I'm a sucker for nostalgia.
And I sometimes I just go out of my way to like find it and feel it. If I put in Secret of Mana on my Super Nintendo right now, I'd be playing it for like 6 hours. You know, that's that type of feeling. Like,
that's me with Sonic Adventure.
Yeah. You put it in, and even like you put in Resident Evil 2. I will play that game on PlayStation until I beat it. Whether I have responsibilities or not, it's just like that. I just crave that fucking feeling. Like, oh yeah, I know this. I want to play until I get to this part. I want to play into this part. Well, Near Replicant gave me that feeling, but also a new experience in this Near world. I love the music. I love the action. I love the characters. I loved every bit of this game. And
it's a very great moving game, and it does stick with you.
And you can fish in it. And that's cool.
Yeah, you can fish. You think about the game. It makes you reevaluate life, and then you fish again.
And then reflect, repeat. And then the boss battles are fucking amazing.
Yeah,
fucking beautiful. But yeah, let's go to your number 2.
Great pick. My number 2. Now, technically, these games came out elsewhere before, but it's their first time in the West. So, if you don't like it, too bad. My number 2 is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It was almost my number 1. Listen, I didn't sleep through your furry bait.
Spencer.
We've talked about it. I love Ace Attorney. And the Ace Attorney.
Objection.
Exactly. See, now you're getting into it. You go, hold it. It's great.
Me and Ace.
Me and Ace, we're tight, dude. Wait, I love how he objections.
Me and Ace.
That's my favorite story about you, I think. Other than the one you told me earlier, but that's a good story.
Okay.
So I love Ace Attorney, and this is 2 games, but they're kind of one long game, and that's how I played them. And just the characters, the story themes, the like very impressive timeliness of it, where it was like very in its own time period, and it did that well. And the music is so good. It's such a strong adventure throughout. Like, while you're being a lawyer, you're solving mysteries. Some characters die, some characters live. There's shocking moments, and it was like playing Ace Attorney for the first time all over again, where I was like constantly like, whoa, oh man, that's crazy. And it was just so good that and Herlock Sholmes, the best character ever made. It was so enthralling and such a treat to play through, and I'm so happy we finally got this collection. So, and I gave it a 5 out of 5. I'll say it, because it's just that good.
I think the unlockables are pretty cool in it too.
Yeah, the unlockable, like the gallery with like the notes about like, this choice was made because of this, and like the little stories in between and stuff. It's so good. And you don't need to have played any Ace Attorney games to enjoy it. So if you're on the fence or you haven't played it yet, it's so good. Just dedicate some time and go for it, and it's amazing.
I bought it.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Bought it. I have the physical version. I'll play it. I'll play it sometime.
That's sick. Nice.
I'll tell you all about it.
I look forward to that, dude.
Maybe I'll like it.
2.
Maybe I'll like it. My number 2.
That divorce that we talked about. You'll play it.
My number 2 is an indie game called Eastward. Not too many people talk about it. I really liked this game. It's my number 2 game. I loved playing it. They put out accolades trailer.
Oh, were you in it, you saucy devil?
Well, quite the contrary. I was not.
Oh.
And
Did they ask you for a quote and you weren't?
Well, TBH, they didn't send us a review copy.
Oh,
I bought the game because I could not get a hold of these people for the website. One of the few times that I bought the game, but I knew it was a game that, I mean, our readers were saying that they wanted a review of it, and I really wanted a review of it. I did a couple follow-ups, nothing, I don't mind putting out for a game if the readers are like, hey, you review this game, we want to know your thoughts. Okay, I will. Yeah. I'll fucking make it happen.
What the readers want, Azario gets.
Yeah. We do, and we do that actively at Noisy Pixel. If a game comes out that we don't get, we will buy it. And
say, can we have McDonald's? Azario, he pulls in.
Yeah, get you.
Says, you know what? We'll get a Happy Meal.
Get a little Happy Meal. Get you a little toy. Get you a Beanie Baby.
Little Beanie Baby toy.
Yeah.
A little toy from Disney's Tarzan.
Yeah. Every time I think of Tarzan, I think of Phil Collins.
It's a good. He's great.
That fucking soundtrack.
It's a good soundtrack.
You'll be in my heart, and you'll be in my heart. And then the fucking rain and the little palm. Oh, now and forevermore.
Oh, Phil Collins, that 30 Rock quote where he was like, do you like Phil Collins? He's like, I got 2 ears and a heart, don't I? That's real shit. That's real shit.
That's real shit. I totally agree.
Sorry, saying Eastward.
So yeah, we weren't in the Accolades trailer, and I'm kind of salty about it, but it's okay. I just want to say that.
I'm just saying it might have been number one if I made it.
That if you motherfuckers want Noisy Pixel review shit, put us in the fucking Accolades trailer.
Oh, you're such a silly character, Azario.
I like the game. I love the game. People said that there was like some low points in the adventure, and there is. Okay, but I think that that's what makes the adventure so grand, is that in every adventure IRL, there are low points. There are points where you're just kind of waiting around for something to happen. But in this game, while you're waiting around for something to happen, you're interacting with these side characters that you do get emotionally involved with, and so quickly do they take them away from you. There's some trouble writing the romance, and I think they fell into that because they did a voiceless protagonist. Sure, but the adventure elements of like going out, fighting, splitting up, solving puzzles, fighting, I just had so much fun. So much fun with this game. So beautiful. The set pieces, the level design, everything about it was great. I love the characters. I loved the way that they progressed the narrative, the twists that you slowly were drip fed. I think it's a great game, and if you have the chance to play it, please do.
Awesome. I have to check it out at some point. Looks like my cup of tea.
And here we are, to close to the end. We're licking it. We're smelling it.
I can almost taste it.
I can almost taste. I really want to know, Mr. Legacy, what could be your number one? What could it be?
Oh, you're gonna be so grumpy. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna.
Oh my god! Is it Neptunia?
No. No. No, it's not that.
Is it one of the 3 Neptunia games that came out last year?
Don't mess with that. It's like drugs, not even once.
Oh, you need to get a little nepped, dude. You need to get nepped in the butt.
You need to get nepped.
You need to let her in. Let her diddle.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You're gonna keep that in? Let her diddle?
Let her get a little nip fingers all in your cracks and
my top
crevices.
Game, my number one game is Psychonauts 2.
Oh, the B movie.
Oh yeah. So many adventures last year, huh? So many fun jokes we had. The B movie. Man, it was and I didn't review this one either, so there's no
What would you give it?
A 5 out of 5.
Whoa,
Especially now
hello.
that they fixed apparently all the bugs.
Hello, goodbye bugs.
Goodbye bugs, squashed. And apparently they made it easier to get certain trophies after you play the game too, which is always a neat little thing to do. But it's so creative, and it's so. I did not think it would turn out this well, because when does a sequel to anything that many years later ever turn out well? Never. Look at Zoolander 2. Holy shit.
That was a bad movie.
That was a horrible movie. Oh.
To one of my favorite comedies.
To like one of the classic comedies. Terrible comedy.
Did you hear my you googly? It's when one you googleizes.
Sorry, we can't you googleize as well as. Why male models? The first one's so good.
Orange mocha frappuccino.
Oh man, that first movie is so good, and that's how I thought it would be with Psychonauts. Is the first one so good, and then years later, the second one comes out, and it's like, ooh, it lost all the magic, but it didn't. It kept it. It enhanced it. It had crazy adventures in people's minds, and there's so many stories being told through the collectibles and the backgrounds and the why people's minds are like that, and it's so fun. And like the new powers they add or make exploration like really, I guess, just enjoyable, just really like worthwhile. Like you want to go find collectibles because it's so fun, and the voice acting is excellent, and the story felt like a brilliant conclusion to like what they had set up with the first game and the VR game. So the game was like a birthday gift to myself when I bought it, and it was the best dang gift because it was a wonderful experience, and I had such a good time with that game that I gotta recommend it because it was there. I wasn't bored or anything for a moment of the time that I spent playing the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my number one.
Speaking of Zoolander, though.
Speaking of Zoolander, remember the funny part?
I was in a short relationship with a girl once, and I don't know if this contributed to the shortness of this relationship, but every time I saw Owen Wilson, and I'm sure he was around, I would say, that's Hansel. He's so hot right now.
He's so hot right now.
But it happened that he turned up so often that she did get annoyed of me saying,
"Oh, that's no fun.
He's so hot right now.
He's so hot right now."
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying. Well, learn how to have fun. Learn how to.
Yeah, you should have said, "What's left to ponder?" Oh no, you could have been like, "Why you been acting so messed up towards me?" And she'd be like, "Why you acting so messed up towards me?" And you're like, "I feel like you don't get my own Wilson references to Zoolander." She's like, "I just haven't seen the movie. I felt left out."
You can dare lick my balls, Capitan.
Such a quotable movie. Oh, that's why I thought you were doing it at the beginning of the podcast when you coughed. I thought you were doing the black lung.
I was doing the black lung.
I was like, I got the black lung pop.
Merman.
Moisture is the essence of
wetness.
Is the essence of beauty. I might have got that backwards, but oh man.
Fucking cares, dude. Fucking cares. So my number one.
What's your number one?
I believe someone saw this from a mile away. It is Tales of Arise.
The Weeaboo game. I've still never played Tales. So.
Wow. So they're on like this like train of like Tales games. The last few Tales that have come out have all made me cry, and this one has like a kind of dual main protagonist, and both of their stories, how they connect, and I just. From beginning to end, I just had so much fun exploring the world and being part of this adventure. It's a game that I beat over Christmas break, and so it's still fresh with me. Nice. But I I didn't want it to end. I got to it's like one of those games where you get to the final boss and you're just like, I'm going to put this down.
I don't want to finish it. I don't want it to be over.
I do that. I've done that with a lot of games too. A lot of Final Fantasy games. I'll get to the final boss and I'll put it down. I just don't want it to end. I did it with Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9 when I was younger. It's just something I've always like.
Talk to a therapist about that. I just fear of conclusion.
It's just like back then you don't have like story DLC, to continue the prologue or something. And I just feel like they're my friends at that point. Like we've already spent like a week together and I feel like I know them in some personal level. And this is one of those games where I got to the end and I knew it was the end. And I was like, I don't want to know what happens behind that door. I loved it too. Kingdom Hearts was a lot like that. Kingdom Hearts 3, but I think Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of fixed that by having like fucking 7 endings.
Yeah, fuck that. He's over here. He
dies. Oh, he doesn't die. Oh, Donald's dead. No, Donald's not dead.
Damn.
What did Donald do? Fucking Ultima at the end? Xenoflare.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sexy.
Which is, someone did the math, and that means that he's like the strongest canon mage. Like he's like something about how like Bahamut destroyed the original 14 with like Terraflare, and that's like 2 notches below Xenoflare. So Donald could like Vegeta blow up a planet. I don't know. It's wild shit though.
Yeah, Donald needs to fucking chill out.
I need to see a Goofy equivalent in the next game where Goofy just like does a huge punch that like knocks Ansem's head off.
You think we're gonna get a Kingdom Hearts game?
Yes.
You think they're gonna
way too much shit? Oh, this year?
This year is announcing this year. No.
Oh, announcement. Yes, because it's the
shut the fuck up. No, it's not. They are not going to announce a new Kingdom Hearts this year.
I'm not saying they'll have anything done, but I'm saying that they'll show a pre-rendered trailer of like 8 seconds long and then say Kingdom Hearts 4 coming Q4 2024.
Nope. They're going to do a fucking side game, dude. They are not going to do a numbered entry.
I would be shocked.
$10?
I don't. I'm a journalist. I don't have $10 to wager.
Fucking bragging rights?
Yeah, bragging rights, yeah.
Bragging rights.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is though, like, I'm not adamantly against your position. I could see him being like, here's another side game. I just think that because he's done like 3
to make it easy.
Like, we shouldn't have pushed it so long.
To make it easy, I'm gonna say no Kingdom Hearts announcements this year.
At all. That would be shocking.
Maybe Dark Road will finish. Maybe you can.
Oh yeah. Every time I'm like, I want to do that. I want to play that, and I look up Dark Road when it's done. Every time it's the Noisy Pixel article, it says no one fucking knows. Every time I go, rats.
Maybe Dark Road will fucking finish. So that's it. Do you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, because I wrote a top 10 list.
That's cheap.
Well, I mean, I could write a fucking top 15 list.
That's even cheaper. More cheaper.
So, yeah, like stuff like Ratchet and Clank, Nier, Guilty Gear, Deathloop, Resident Evil, The Good Life. I love The Good Life.
Oh my god, dude! Sori's not gonna fuck you, dude.
I just like weird Shenmue / Deadly Premonition games.
I need to play The Good Life.
And The Good Life is a weird Shenmue / Deadly Premonition game.
I'm one of the 10 people that play D4, so I should play The Good Life.
I didn't even play D4.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of them, but those 5 are the ones that I figured out.
My and you're gonna say that I'm sucking Square Enix dick right now, but my honorable mentions are Saga Frontier Remastered and Legend of Mana Remastered.
Wow. Remaster boy.
But they're both great games, and they both deserve honorable mentions. Then they're remasters of very old games, and I mean, Nier Replicant is a remaster, but it did get a brand new soundtrack, and it just sounds so fucking good. Oh my god, it sounds so good.
It does sound so good. Quick shout out to vocalist Emmy Evans, making that soundtrack so delightful.
Just orgasmic, really.
it makes me go, wow, this is desolate and lonely, but comforting.
Is there an angel in the room? Am I going to heaven?
Oh, that's just my iPod Nano.
Oh yeah, that's just my Zune.
My Zune.
Yeah, great. So there's my honorable mentions: the Saga Frontier Remastered, Legend Man Remastered.
Nice.
Go play those games.
Yeah, go play every game we said.
Stop doing what you. Stop listening to this and put these games on.
We expect a little report at the end of the day, at the end of the podcast, saying what you thought of each one.
Yes, but please tell us your top 5 games of the year, and we'll say how right or how wrong you are.
Wrong. Yeah, Kevin's basically going wrong.
Spencer is a great example of how one could do a wrong top 5.
False.
And Azario is a good example of how one does a right. Top 5. Okay. But regardless, thank you so much.
That's fine.
Thank you so much.
Whatever you like, dude. I just want you to be happy, brother. I mean that.
I appreciate that. I'm just an asshole. It's the COVID, dude.
It's that nasty little bug that got in you.
It Norded me, dude.
It Norded you. That's why your eyes are yellow all the time.
Fucking Norded, bro. Thank you so much for listening.
Goodbye.
Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Bye. See ya.
Noisy Pixel.